Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to another Keen stream. Let's see who we have out there in the chat tonight. Let me just get this up. Oh, and Marek is there. There we go. Hey guys, welcome. I'm joined by Marek as well. How you doing, Marek, today? It feels like it's been a while, Marek, since we last caught up with the community together, right? I guess it would have been the Sparks the Future release. Fantastic. And guys, we have some super exciting stuff today. Obviously, we've got some things, and there's actually today is kind of a milestone for us in terms of releases, and I think Marek is going to get into that briefly here before we release the update. So Marek, maybe you give us an update about how things have been going with this update itself and how things have been at Keen, and yeah, some words from yourself.
Will be the first one where we are doing simultaneously PC or Steam release and also Xbox update, at the same time. So I think that is a new thing for us. I think it was a challenge for the programmers, challenge for the QA team to be able to test it and get it through the certifications on the Microsoft side and everything. So this is a first experience, so I'm actually looking forward to it. And the reason why we are doing it is that it should actually simplify our life, when we do these two platforms at the same time. And but again, it's first time, so we'll see. And I'm glad that the team was able to manage it.
Exactly. So, I mean, getting it to this point, being able to have both releases, basically having Xbox and PC together on the same day it's been a big undertaking, because obviously Xbox came out and obviously we've been playing some kind of catch up there and making sure the Xbox runs as best as possible. So apologies for that at the start, guys. Hopefully you can hear everyone perfectly now. And how's it going with kind of Keen? Because imagine everyone, I know I am, and most people are still working from home right now, right?
Yeah, that's also our case. And so basically there is very few people coming to Orangeria, and I guess nobody from Keen and just few guys from Good AI. And because Orangeria is quite big, they can spread around and actually don't interact that much. And so that's that. I think the remote work or the home office is working in our team. We just recently finished a company survey where we were asking people how they are dealing with it or not. And it wasn't the reaction or the feedback that we got wasn't bad. There wasn't something I cannot work home alone, or it's just terrible, and so on and so on. So basically it's many people enjoy it because they can, at home, they can focus more. They can do more focused work without being interrupted by people or so. And of course, unless they have children at home, that's a different story. And then, but some people miss the social, side of the things, like meeting colleagues, talking to them, going for lunch, and so on and so on. So I think there are good things and bad things. Luckily, or I'm very happy, there are not only bad things. That's really good. And but I feel it actually that everybody is looking forward until the COVID will be over, and we'll be able to get to Orangeria. And some people probably still continue on the home office style, but there will be the chance to actually meet. It will be a normal thing. So I think many people are looking forward to that. And there is also one positive change. And maybe I mentioned it also last time that this remote work idea finally is unleashed. What I wanted to do a long time ago was to be able to hire people from any place on the planet, and so that we can have access to much more people and more diversity of people and so on. And it's working, and we are hiring crazy basically last couple of months. And I think currently we have people maybe actually almost on all continents except Australia. I think maybe there is nobody in Africa, and but we have people everywhere. And I like it because then Keen like stop being kind of like a Prague company and starts being more international company. And this is what I like, to be honest, because again, there is diversity in everything, and in my opinion, it's also more interesting. It's like more Renaissance kind of organization, and again, and we also get access to more people, so that's also very good. So I'm really happy from this change as well.
Yeah, no. So it's obviously been something that I think a lot of people have had to adapt to, but I think it's been working just fine actually, and lots of progress has been made. We just see here a second. Just getting some confirmation before we go live here. Let's just double check this, so guys. We're gonna have to right. Let's just check this and. The other thing, yeah, I mean, I think, Marek, was there anything else you'd like to kind of add here before we release the update? 'Cause I think people are kind of hyped for this this screenshot we have in the background here. So I'm not sure if there's anything else you'd like to add for the community today.
A few things. So I like the update. I like the content in it, and the guys that will come after me on the stream, they will talk in more details. There is one thing that is in some way surprising. That's the dedicated servers for Xbox. So maybe that's surprise for some, maybe not for some other, but we promised it some time ago, and now we are delivering. So in some way it's kind of surprise, because with this kind of technical things, you never know, if there will be some roadblock or something and you will not be able to do it. So this is really good. So that's that. And regarding like the future of Keen, we are planning the roadmap for next year, like what would be the updates for space engineers. And also we are, as I was mentioning, hiring and to scale up the development of space engineers, because everybody in the team is like wanting to do new and great things. And we see that people like playing space engineers still after 7 or 8 years. And so that's really good. And maybe last thing, or maybe I will end it with some little news on the Good AI side. There is also some good progress in Good AI. We had a workshop in the summer that had good attendance and good results. And then we are developing some new experiments and doing those things. And we will be summarizing this in a blog post at the end of the year, or maybe beginning of the next year, like the usual 2020 in review kind of style, where we will mention a few of the things that we did. And also one thing that actually surprised me with how successful it was this idea with Good AI grants that we started right after the workshop. So the idea was that we offered to researchers in any place, basically, money to do their research that should be somehow relevant to Good AI, and especially to the budget architecture framework that we are developing, and to those principles. So not things that are from different side of the of the pool, but things that are really relevant for us. And we got many applicants and many submissions, and actually I think we crossed the budget that we allocated for this 2 or 3 times. So I think we'll be awarding most of these grants that are relevant for us, relevant for budget. And again, this is also a very good thing for us, because it's a chance how to collaborate on budget-like ideas with researchers from very good universities and very good researchers. So this was kind of more successful than I expected. And maybe last thing, Joel, I would like to show you this guy that I bought yesterday in a shop.
That is awesome. Look at that. The perfect GIF there.
And you can also see, this thing here. You can see these straps on the side, and of course the helmet. And if I turn, the proper space engineering backpack, the proper size and everything. And so I'm really happy with this one. Like, we are bringing it to Orangeria.
That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. And it's actually something I know players have been asking for something like that, like a space engineer's model they can buy themselves for a while. It'd be perfect to have something like that size. That would be fantastic,
I agree. Maybe, Joel, people to type in the chat, you know, if they want something like this, some kind of merchandise, because we have been talking about this for years, and I think like having a tangible thing from, you know, like IPO, basically from a game that you love, is, for example, holding this guy in the hand. It just feels good, you know. So like, imagine holding the proper space engineer in your hands, that could be also great. So you can ask people if they.
All right.
Like, are really
you guys can put an 07 in the chat. Give us a little wave if you would like to pick up your very own space engineer model, if that was available to you. I'm kind of curious. Let's have a look. All right. Let's see. That's okay. Good. I see many. Whoa! I see lots of people. There's a lot of people, Marek. A lot of people. A lot of 07s. A lot of waves in the chat. That's insane. Wow. That's a lot of passion for that kind of thing.
It's really good. Like, I think, Joel, when you will touch the guy, when you will see him, then
the quality.
Yeah. And this one is from ceramic, and so yeah, it's really nice. I'm really happy.
Awesome, and we'll definitely have to take some pictures of it when it's in Orange area, I think, as well. Maybe with the big astronaut in the background or something.
Good.
Fantastic then. So the next question, are you guys ready for the release? I mean, I know you've been staring at this picture now for maybe half an hour or more. So are you ready to see the trailer? I think we're ready to go for it. And we'll get Marek back briefly. We've got lots of guests tonight, including the kind of manager of this project, as well as the art team, Natik. And we'll have Kianata, community manager, to answer all the questions later on today as well. So lots and lots of people. But what do you reckon, Marek? Good to go?
Yes, yes.
All right, let's do this. Enjoy, guys. And there we go, guys. What do you think of that? Back in here. We're just going to get Marek back in. We just had to do some things in the background here. There we are. The Wasteland update and DLC have arrived. And give me a second, guys. Just going to get Marek back here. Okay. See if this will work. I had to change our zoom setup quickly. Okay. There we go. Right. Welcome back, Marek. You should be on screen now. There we are. Welcome back, man. Okay, I'm going to get this up as well. The end screen showing you guys what is in this huge update. we have both, as always, a free part of the update and a premium part. And the free part contains a brand new planet, as you can see, kind of very deserty. It definitely has some. I mean, Marek, could you maybe say what kind of things maybe inspired us a little bit by this update?
So I think it's obvious to many people, and especially the last one that. I think many people saw in the movie, in the theater, the cinema, and yeah, I think like having a new type of planet is interesting for space engineers. Also, like new kind of gear or like wheels and things like that you can use on your car. All those things.
And again, for the first time, this is the first time it will be releasing on PC and Xbox on the same day. I'm not sure if it's right now. I'm not. I think the update is live right this second. There might be some delay on Xbox. I'm not sure because we have to go through Microsoft to do that. But I believe it may be available right now.
Yeah. Like usually we say unleash the release, so I'm rather saying it to the guys.
To confirm it, yes.
From it, so guys, you can release it on Steam and Xbox. And it's already on the blog, so that's already released.
Fantastic. There we go. And we're going to be going through the blog post with the producer of this update, Jan Herodes. So we'll be getting him on now after Marek, and then we'll be kind of continuing through art and then later on with community management to see answer all the questions, because I'm sure you guys have lots of questions as always. So we'll be also jumping into the game in a minute and showing you guys in the game as well. And there's actually lots more to this update than initially meets the eye. Just a couple things. There is now, we integrated Ultimate Spectator into the game. There is now visual scripting support for dedicated servers. So you can now run dedicated server, VST scenarios on dedicated servers. Another one, for example, some bug fixes, for example. We fixed the wheel popping issue. Absolutely killer for both just survival gameplay and any kind of times you're in racing. The wheel popping issue was finally fixed. So there's so much content in this update, as well as just what's on the screen in front of you here. So we'll be talking about it a lot more in detail throughout this stream. So do you have anything else, Marek, you'd like to kind of wrap it up with?
Yeah, I think that's all. And I will leave the room to Jan Herodes so he can talk in more detail. So yeah, it was a pleasure to be here, and hope I will be on the live stream soon, to show you some new update in the future.
Definitely. Thank you so much for coming on, Marek. It's very good to see you, and I'm sure the community is happy to see you as well. And we'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Okay, then. We're now going to get on the producer of this update, Jan Herodes, and we'll be going through the blog post and making sure I don't miss anything, because there really is... yeah, there was some... I'm not sure if Marek has a dog now or something. I'm not sure what the dog was about, but very interesting. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's have a look. Hello, Jan. Can you hear me? Testing, testing.
Yeah, I do.
Fantastic. Oh, we do hear you. We hear you loud and clear.
I'm totally fine as well.
Good, good. And I know this. I know trying to manage this update to release both on PC and Xbox has been a challenge. So, how's that going right now? Can you do you have any? Can you give us some confirmations that that's gone out, or are we waiting on something still?
Still, the PC is out on Steam, and for the Xbox, still waiting for the confirmation, but it should be soon.
Roger that. Okay, that's good. So Xbox players, you may have to wait a brief moment there.
I do hope.
Yeah, I think, as I say, it's not at that point down to us. We're waiting something for Microsoft to publish, I believe. Yeah. So let me just get...
Just the technical issues, yeah.
So I'm going to get the blog post up, Jan, and we'll just kind of flick over it together. And I'm not sure if you're looking at it as well here, and maybe you can just kind of do the overview of this update. Of course, we can jump into the art and stuff later with Natik, but if you'd like to kind of give an overview for the community here, that would be fantastic.
Definitely, I will. We implemented because in this update we focus to several key points. The first, it was already mentioned by Marek, the simultaneous release together with the Xbox to make the community happy as a together as a team, and this is something that took a lot of energy to us, but we will benefit in the future for sure. Not just us as a developers, but also the community. So it's the first thing, and then we focus to several things. Of course, full of new fixes and performance optimizations for first, and a lot of fixes from the user response. This is something that we are focusing on all the time. Doesn't matter if we are releasing the major update, the DLC, or the minor one. So this is also a key part of the update. And if we are talking about the content, what we prepared for the community, there are several new armor blocks, the shapes of the armor blocks.
I think 11 to be precise. 11 new, 11 new armor block variants. And this has been a massive thing. If you've been around the Space Engine community for any kind of decent amount of time, you'll know that armor blocks are one of the biggest requests. So I'm really happy to say that we have now got 11 more. I can quickly say we have the half slope inverted, the half slope corner, the half slope inverted corner, the slope corner tip, the slope corner base, the slope corner, the half slope corner base, the half corner, the corner square inverted, and the half slope corner. I know they might sound the same there, but believe me, they are all individual blocks. So much more potential for building. And this is all a part of the free update, guys. So super excited to see what you guys will build with all these new blocks. Actually get up the blog post here so you can see maybe a bit better than on this end screen. Let me have a look. Here we go.
But definitely the players will have to see it, because if you just say it, it's absolutely no way how to imagine it. I had the same experience with the translation agencies. they wanted to see every single picture of the armor block because for them, corner square, what does it mean? Yeah. But you are right, they are fantastic, of course.
There's a nice GIF here to my, just behind the, we have there's a post over the top of it here, but if you can see there's a nice GIF here demonstrating all those 11 lined out. So you can kind of see what they are. And hopefully you guys will be able to fill the gaps that you may have struggled to fill before on your creations with these new blocks. So if I just quickly go up here, we have this as the free content. So we'll kind of go over you guys can read this on Marek's blog, of course. The Wasteland update. The next free content is the new planet, Pertam.
Send the new planet, Pertam. It's really nice, 40 kilometers big. It's not the biggest one, but it's not small one as well. It's something in average with plenty of new voxel materials. Even on the Xbox, the voxel materials are there, and the new planet is there. Yeah, 5 new voxel. Dusty and cracked grounds. Looks really nice. The textures and the voxel materials. It's something that I do like the most, I would say, the new planet.
It's really beautiful. The some of the biomes we have. I mean, you can see in this clip, you have rolling dunes. You have these spiky, kind of craggy areas as well as huge, super deep valleys. So a lot of new variety to fly, survive, build, race on. You know, so that's also all included in the free update. The next one we have is the new rover cockpit, which is a 2-block wide cockpit. So I know we tend to have 3 blocks wide, but we really wanted to make something as compact as possible. So you're going to have to come up with some new ideas. You have some asymmetrical builds, or definitely rework the layout. But this is a 2 block wide, I think 3 block long. I can't remember exactly. But this is also including the free update, and it has kind of a steering wheel kind of design. So there we go as well.
Yeah. And another part of the free content in the update Wasteland is the scrap race scenario. It's the scenario with the plane race with the cars, and of course, as we are space engineers, there is a part that you can build your car, and there are some cars that are predefined as a template, but of course you can build your own if you if you catch it, and also you can you can modify it as you wish, and then jump to the race and around one lap, or of course up to the administrator and the setup of the scenario. Administrators can change the setup, change the weather and some conditions, and etc.
And I think there should be, are there some servers up for people to play on from us, or will this be hosted by players? I'm not sure. You muted, Jan, or we can't hear you?
I was muted.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get your question, please.
Just about whether will there be servers for people to check this out on, or will this be up to the community to host?
It will be up to the community.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a plain scenario and just for fun, nothing big. It's in the free content.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was a nice demonstration of the
nice piece of the content for fun.
And it's a very the designers did a fantastic job designing that with all the rust and everything. Yeah. So definitely it's a beautiful setting to first kind of explore this new planet we have.
Yep. As a showcase, it's partly, of course, the race and the improvements of the cars and fixing of the wheels, and of course the new decals that we can talk about also. But as you said, it's also as a really nice presentation what is possible with the new blocks and with the new skins. Yeah.
Definitely. So that's, again, all of this, guys. I see some questions in the chat. Unfortunately, we'll get to your questions later. I know there's lots of questions, so just bear with us here. And when we get Key and Arthur on later, we'll be going for any additional questions you have. Your questions might be answered as we go through this here. So yeah, all of this is still a part of the free update, guys. Again, going to the top. The big thing, of course, is these new armor blocks have been asked for a long time. A brand new planet. New Vox materials, a rover cockpit, the scenario, and we also have some really interesting things from the kind of back end, you might say. And one of those is the hydrogen rebalance. So you'll now be able to get a lot further. This has also been a massive request from the community, and I believe this was down to one of our designers, Aragath, working on. So your hydrogen tanks on your small grids will be able to go much further now. I don't have all the details of that. I'm not sure if you do, Jan, but in general, I think this hydrogen rebalance will make a lot of people happy.
I do.
You know? Okay.
But it would be really boring to just
lots of spreadsheets, right? You have all the different values, yeah.
All the values, but in general, they are faster to produce and slower to earn. So suddenly or finally, it makes sense to use them as well. there are of course some usage for them, some cases where the hydrogen is right or useful, but right now it's way better.
Mm-hmm. I've actually got a summary here from Aragaf in the chat. So roughly, doubled the capacity of all hydrogen tanks, made them better compared with each other, half the hydrogen engine fuel consumption, doubled the production of hydrogen from ice. So every unit of ice will now produce twice as much hydrogen. Small hydrogen tanks small hydrogen tanks component cost reduced, making them much lighter, but also a bit weaker, and severely reduced engine internal capacities of hydrogen. So that's kind of a summary there of those hydrogen rebalance. But I think in general that will really help people who are often using the hydrogen system.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Yeah, you are right. And the next feature, still we are talking about the free content, it's the Ultimate Spectator. It's mainly for the administrators, but I feel that it's really powerful tool for them. This is something that community asked us for us as well. And then the visual script for the dedicated servers. This is something that was wanted by community. We tested it with the scrap race scenario, and it's now available in the game.
Which is really, it's fantastic. Just quickly going back to the Ultimate Spectator, I'd like to give a massive also shout out to people from the community who had created a mod like this, and we work with them on this. So giving a shout out here to Drago, Climb, and Math 0424. Big shout out to those guys. Awesome stuff they did. And I for people who know my streams, I've used that Ultimate Spectator tool from those guys for like a long time. And it's for racing and for PvP scenarios, it's absolutely essential. So I'm so happy to see it implemented into the base game. So big round of applause to those 3 modders there.
Yeah.
And so you just mentioned, hold on, and I think that was right. I got the 3 guys. That's correct. I don't want to miss anyone there. It was a combined effort there. I think it was basically 2 different spectator mods, and then they combined their efforts into one Ultimate Spectator, which is where the name comes from. So.
Yeah. And the last thing I should present is the details after the wheels and the boots, of course.
That's
characters. I mean, so this is just a nice touch. Again, it's not just for the new planet or new scenario. It's general in the game.
There we go. And it's definitely nice to see that, and I think is a perfect update to get those decals into the game. You can see the GIF here, ranging from the smallest wheel to the biggest wheel as well. They do last long. They should last quite long, the decals. Like, you can drive quite a good distance before they should be almost unnoticeable, I think. I can't, from when I was playing of it, they do last for a long time. At some point they're removed because of performance reasons. But while you're driving, as Really says in the chat, I think they last for a long time there. So that, go ahead, man.
It depends, of course, on the performance of the PC or Xbox, because there are several setups. Of course, for high, it's a bit different than for medium and low, but you can see it all the time.
So that, I believe, brings us to the end of the PC free content. We have the Xbox section, but we're going to bring on Chenda, who's in charge of the Xbox port, a little later to talk about that. So we'll just flick past this for a second, and we're going to just touch on the Wasteland pack, which is the premium content of this update. And I can't think how many blocks it has to hand. A good number of blocks, though, but we can talk about this. I think you've probably got it there as well, Jan.
There's something around 7.
Depends if you count the variants, because I think, for example, we have a 1, 2. There's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then, for example, there's 3 different shelves. There's like various windows. But in general, the sets at least, you've got 1, 2, 3. So we'll go through them here. We'll go through them here.
It's really hard to count it because it depends on the variants and skins, and of course. The pack, there's a really nice new off-road wheels. They are amazing from the visual point of view. It's something that it's really gorgeous. It's a masterpiece from our 3D artists, and I do like them. This is something that it's really nice.
And definitely takes some inspiration, I think, from some like science, some futuristic rovers as well, with this kind of like tubeless design, you know. So there's some really cool design there. But it's worth pointing out they don't make a difference to performance. They are just a visual look. The off-road wheels perform the same as the standard wheels, so that's also worth adding.
And another thing that it's really nice, and there are plenty of ways how to use it, is the exhaust pipes. This is something that it could be, of course, a link to the car, to the ship, or to the buildings. So you can use various particle effects for the exhaust pipes. So this is something that it could be for the creators. It could be really nice addition. I hope.
Yeah, you can definitely make some pretty crazy, pretty wild visual effects there. I think the favorite is my flames, like that. My favorite is definitely the flames.
Yeah. There are all kind of the particle effects, and it's really nice, and it's visible even from the long distance. For example, the exhaust pipe with the smoke, and it's really nice. And also in the paid content, we've got the additional cockpit, the buggy one, and that it's a bit smaller. The size is the same, but it looks smaller and looks like an open buggy cockpit. So again, really nicely done by the artist.
It's the same footprint. It's the same size as the free rover cockpit.
Yeah.
The only difference is, as you can see, it's got a slightly different steering wheel design. The screen layout is slightly different. But I think the free cockpit has more screens, if I remember correctly, and it has this roll cage as well over the top of the cockpit here. So slightly different visual style there for the buggy cockpit.
Yeah. And then viewport blocks. This is something that I do like because I like the fact that the glass, it's smaller than the whole block, and this is something that if I do some kind of the shape, I started using them immediately, because for me it looks very nicer and somehow efficient. I don't know how to explain it.
It feels quite secure actually as well.
Yeah. That's the thing as well.
And they fit, the viewport blocks fit flush with kitchens and desks. So if you integrate this with like the kitchen sides or the kind of bar, so all the existing kind of kitchen dining furniture will fit perfectly with this. So you can have your your moon base diner or something. They will integrate really nicely, the height of the glass. So you should see that when you start experimenting there. So that's also a really nice touch there from the designers.
Yeah. Additional block is the Barrett window.
There's 4 variants, I think.
Can use it. Yeah. creators can use it for cars, but it's primarily made for cars. But as we are space engineers, it could be used for anything, and I really look forward to see some blueprints and variants of the
Definitely
of the usage.
gritty designs.
Really small, quite simple block, but it could be massive. We will see. I can't even imagine right now what the creators will do with this. And additional thing, two new lights. The LED ones and traditional, I would say traditional ones, or they looks like a traditional ones. And again, as we are about the cars, this update are not just about the cars, but a lot of things is about the cars. They look amazing on vehicles. But of course, it could be used anywhere.
Definitely. I mean, and the offset, because they fit perfectly next on like half blocks. So you can see with this design here how they sit really nicely for that purpose. But definitely, I'm interested to see how people will use these in other systems. So again, I think you mentioned, so this is just like a point light, like the interior light, and this is like the spotlight. So different kind of light source, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then as we are oriented visually, this DLC is quite oriented to the garage and these kind of the things. We also implemented 3 storage shelves that are just decorative. There is no functionality around it, of course, as it's in the paid content. But they look really nice. So anyone who is willing to decorate the building or part of the ship, that this part is somehow workplace or something, that it will fit.
Definitely. It definitely helps give that kind of garage, kind of scrap parts repair vibe.
Yes. And now I think
so many skins. So many skins.
Really nice, because the community wanted something like this for ages as well. So we've got several new skins, and of course the first one is the concrete. This is something that our artist implemented, and it's something really nice. And of course, the second one is the dust.
Fitting on the new planet, of course.
Yeah, it fits to the sandy planet. You can use this dust kind of the touch for the skins. It fits. Yeah, but it could be used everywhere. And then heavy rust armor skin that it's heavily used in the scrap race.
It's even more extreme than the normal rust.
Yeah.
You can still see a little bit of color, just a little bit of color underneath it, as you can see just in that picture. But it really is, there's rust covering the whole thing there. So again, it fits perfectly with this dusty wasteland of a new planet.
A good thing is that you can recolor this skin, so you can make it white, rust, or the basic. It's covered by yellow, for example, and then the part of the armor block it's rusted, and it looks really great. And the last skin, it's the retro kind of the future.
It's kind of bolted together look, isn't it?
It wants to raise this. Like we can name it as Retro Future.
Is this, you know, like when you think of those classic rocket ships, right? The those super old rocket ships that were like silvery and just bolted together, like, you know, just like rivets.
Yeah, chromy metal, clean metal visual that it's on the airplanes in 70s or something like this.
It's really nice. If you put it in silver, you'll get that look. If you make this kind of armor gray, you really get that like chromy look. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I just see some, just to quickly address, I see some questions. I mean, there's lots of questions. We really will get to them all later, guys. Just one thing, again, at top of this kind of free content and paid content, there is also a load of fixes. And the biggest one that I keep saying I'm so happy about is the wheel popping bug is finally fixed. So your wheel should no longer pop mysteriously when you're driving around. And there's a lot more, so please do check out the full change log to see all of our fixes and changes and performance things. There's a lot, as well as the content that's more visual. So sorry, carry on there, Jan.
Yeah. And another thing is the new character skin. We call it Scavenger. Again, it fits to the kind of the Mad Max kind of the planet. So it's the character skin, and we implemented the new character emotes, Bite Me and Run. That again, for the racing, for this kind of the theme, it fits the best.
There we are. So that is all of the content in the Wasteland pack, now available on the Steam store or the Microsoft store. And again, guys, the update for the Xbox, we're still, I mean, the main thing is it will be releasing today on PC and Xbox. It's on Steam right now. I think people are downloading and playing it, and it will be on Xbox as well. So Xbox players, it's been a huge like undertaking to get to this point. But yes, Xbox is also here today. Hopefully, I think we're just waiting for that final thing from Microsoft. So in the next couple hours, I guess, right?
Yeah, definitely. On the background, I'm still communicating with them and following the latest technical issue we got on the Microsoft Partner Center, but we will release it soon. Yeah.
There we are. And I think that actually brings us to the end of the kind of update overview. So is there anything you'd like to add, Jan, before we bring on our next guest?
I think we covered everything I wanted to talk about, so I'm fine.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking about all this huge update, which has been a lot in the making. It really, for us, the content is one thing, but really getting it to this Xbox release as well as the PC release, it was challenging, you know, to have the bug fit, the testing, the QA testing of both the PC and the Xbox versions to release it. So it's definitely good. But going forward, this is how we want to do it. Going forward, any updates, we want to release them for both platforms on the same day. So hopefully for Xbox people going forward, you can look forward to that. And we'll talk a bit more about Xbox right now, actually. So
perfect.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Okay then, so Erin is, Kianata is going to add in our next guest, Chenda, to the stream. If that, just double checking, yes, that is correct. And so I still see so many questions and points. We're not ignoring the chat. We're just trying to get through all the things to talk about here, guys. And I see some of our helpers, our moderators, answering some questions. So if you stick about, guys, for a bit longer, we'll answer some questions directly from the chat. We're just trying to cover all the content and all the news, which hopefully will answer some of your questions anyway. We have some news on the Xbox Series X as well, for example. I'm just seeing here if Chenda's coming in, and it looks like... there he is. Testing.
Hey guys.
Hey, there you are, Chenda. Fantastic. Welcome. This has been a big update for you, hasn't it, Chenda? Dedicated servers for Xbox. Let's get to it down here.
Yes, it was a lot of work for my team and myself, so we were really busy last month. By the way, are there any Xbox players in the...
I believe there are. Let's see some. Give us a wave, guys. 07 or some kind of little, hey, me, or something. If you're an Xbox player, I'm curious how many Xbox players we have watching right now. Xbox players, rise up. I mean, that was unexpected. I actually didn't mean to have that setting on. It was the wrong voice effect, but it did the trick. I don't know.
Okay, there are some. Okay, so this is for you guys. So with this update, finally, you will get dedicated servers. It was already mentioned, and it's there. So, what does it mean? It's like the main reason for dedicated servers is, of course, to have a stable multiplayer, right? You don't have to rely on your friend, whose internet can just pop out or whose console can just be like switched off, and you can use dedicated servers for like lots of players in whatever time. So that's the standard thing that PC players are used to already for some time. And for Xbox players, it's not just that. It's of course also unlimited PC use, which is a big thing. It's more players that can join, and it's scripting support that's been added. So lots of huge things. And even if you are not a programmer to like do your own scripts, you can download them from Mod.io. So there is a support for that already, and you can just start using other awesome scripts that our community is creating. Like, during this like preparation of this update, we ran a public test with our Xbox community on our beta Space Engineers, and we got like huge amount of like feedback and help from our community. So like big shout outs to whoever was attending the public test of the dedicated service on Xbox. It was really very helpful. So, yeah.
No, I was going to say, no, it's really, I mean, this dedicated servers kind of solves many of the requests that people have had since the game launch, which is that wanting, more PCU, more players, and features like the scripting.
Yes. So from today, once the update will be released, which is not yet there, we are working on it, guys, and it should be any minute or rather any hour to be released. So once it's released, you will see, you will have essentially access to the free dedicated servers from join screen, as you are used to join to standard lobby. There will be a tab where you can join to dedicated servers as well. There will be, I think, 8 like official dedicated servers which are run by us, and of course there will be a like small button right top of the screen where you can go to our partners application to rent your own dedicated servers. So there are both options available.
Exactly. Fantastic.
Yeah. Cool. So that's dedicated service. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, any specific Xbox questions? I mean, about that, do you want to go through all the Xbox news first, Chenda, and then we'll see? We're going to come back to the more general update in a second, guys. We're going to come back to showing some of the art off, and we're going to jump into game in a bit as well when we get Key and Arthur on. Yeah.
Don't be afraid to just post some questions. I will try to keep an eye on the chat, so and try to answer you whatever. So other news. So this is definitely not all. the big request from our community, not only Xbox One but also PC One, was like gamepad support, improving it. Like with the release of Xbox, we improved our gamepad support like immensely. But there were still things to be improved a little bit more. So in this update, you will get really lots of stuff, really lots of improvements. So I will just name a few. So you will have like symmetry mode building will be improved. Recent blocks will have the ability to go through the groups, not just the one block. So we will have to be able to cycle the group. There will be UI scaling finally. So for those who have like TV that is not friendly to your Xbox, you can scale down UI, so you will see the whole screen, whole UI as you need to. There will be improved multi-select in the terminal screen. When you will be crouching and trying to walk, or you won't be like standing up, unlike when you don't want to. So the crouch has a priority over the run action. You can set any value on to any slider. So you will press whatever. I don't remember the key binding. Do you remember?
No.
But I will find it later. So you will press the special combination, and you can just enter the exact number for any slider, which is, I think, very, very nice. There are larger control hints, so the buttons, if we show somewhere the buttons, what you should press, it will be a bit larger, about 30% to be more perceivable. Look around in the passenger seat. When you are in new game screen or in blueprint screen, and any screen that there is some selection, it will be selected automatically when you will be scrolling through the things, like when you will be pressing D-pad.
Okay.
So you don't have to press A and then start the game using X, which was really prone to error. I've ran the game multiple times, like different scenario than I wanted because of this. There will be quick save, quick load. There is added controls help in the post menu. So if you will be unsure how to control the game, you can just pause the game and observe the controls immediately. Mm-hmm. And this is my favorite because like PC players are used to use like Steam overlay or Steam application, so they can like quite easily interact with the workshop. But for the Xbox players that are not really used to use Edge browser to do some like advanced stuff, it's kind of like better to have like things inside of the game. Because of this, essentially, we introduce Workshop browser with the Xbox release, which is, I think, great addition even for PC players. And also, now you will be able to vote right from the game, which I think is very helpful, and it will help the visibility of the mods, of the ones that are great, that are good.
Easier.
It will help them pop in. So especially on Xbox, where players are not that often going to Mod.io like through Edge.
That'll be good.
So hopefully we'll see. And last but not least, there is a toolbar support in timer block, like better toolbar support.
So it should be much easier now to use some of these things in Xbox, because it wasn't always that intuitive to use it with the gamepad. So.
Yeah, and I definitely haven't gone through all the list of the things. Those are my favorite. Mm-hmm. Some are more favorite, some less, but definitely there is much more. Go for the changelog, and you will see all of it. hopefully we didn't forget to enter all the stuff there, because it's always just like hunting for all the stuff that we did before the release.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a changelog in the chat for people who wanted to see that as well. That'd be good to see. Okay.
Okay. And that's definitely not all. Like,
not
that's
all, yeah.
about
there's
the
lots of...
gamepad update. Yeah, gamepad support. But another like big, huge requested feature from our community was AI, wolf and spiders.
Oh no, here we go. Here goes the fun.
Yes.
Wolves and
Not
spiders.
Not that you will get them, you will get them fixed. And that's for PC as well. So essentially we were a bit embarrassed by our AI. There were lots of bugs. There were even some crashes. But we went through it, fixed and optimized some stuff. And now it's released out of experimental. So it's even in safe mode, and you can play the game with the wolf and spiders without worry about being stuck or get the game crashed. So it's probably not the best AI in the world. I think good AI will do something much better, but it's definitely a nice one. It's usable at least.
Fantastic. That is, I mean, there's more and more good news for Xbox players. And I think that's all for the current Xbox, right? And now we've just got a small segment on the next generation of Xbox.
Just a small, I have here last note,
okay.
And that it's addition of empty world to Xbox. Essentially, it's a small thing, but it's very good for like whoever is building in creative mode to have like really empty world and to focus just on your thing. So, and that's right there. That's all.
Cool. Fantastic.
All right. So, Series X and Series S. Everybody was asking about it, whether we have a support. So until now, we ran in the compatibility mode. So of course, even now, before the update, you could like run the game there. But with this update, you will get something on top of it. It won't be just just the same thing as on Xbox One and Xbox One X. It will have something more, and that will be the highest graphics settings, as we do have on like highest PCs, and 500,000 PCUs in experimental, which is, I think,
very nice.
Plenty. Yeah. And of course, loading performance, which is great, and overall like performance of the game, which is like awesome. Like I think this way
super fast loading
Xbox,
times.
Yeah.
Blazing
this
fast.
Way.
I wish I had one. I feel like I need to borrow one from the office because I need to experience this raw speed.
I have it at home, so it's really a difference.
I believe it. Yeah, definitely. Going from a hard drive to an SSD is big.
Yeah.
Someone was asking actually about the Series S, because there's something about the Series X here. Do you know what the Series S is? There some change there to PCUs or anything, or is it more like the Series? Is it like the One X maybe?
Unfortunately, regarding GPU and memory, Series S is essentially Xbox One X.
Okay.
So there is nothing no real change regarding PCUs or the graphics settings.
Okay.
But of course, Series S has this huge, nice processor. So like performance is much better there, like simulation speed. And of course, it has SSD. So loading times are also awesome. So loading time and performance, yes, loading times and performance will be improved on Series S, but no graphic settings improvements. It will be essentially the same as Xbox One X.
Okay, it's definitely good news there for Xbox players. I say, as well as the general update and launching, not having to wait for this update and DLC, actually having the dedicated servers, as well as the intuition of the game and how it plays, And if you're lucky enough, actually, if you're lucky enough to have one of the new Series X or S's, you will see some special boosts there.
Yeah, I believe they are on short supply right now. Right?
Definitely, I think they're still sold out everywhere.
Does anybody have it actually here in chat?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see some 07s in the chat. If you guys have one of the new, either the X or the S, the Series X or Series S. I'm curious if you have any lucky people in the chat. But it's nice though, because Xbox is getting closer and closer to the PC version, especially the dedicated servers and being able to run scripts. There's only a few things that are kind of different now from the PC version.
Exactly. And we will maybe talk about some of them in a minute.
Okay.
But I have one last thing to add to the next gen. So we have 8 players there in lobby, because essentially it's more powerful hardware. So both Series S and Series X can run as a quite good server for 8 players.
Fantastic.
And yeah, and I think another thing, I think this is also for Xbox One and Xbox One X. We increased the number of players there to 4 and 6, not only in experimental but also in safe mode. So that's just a very
Also
tiny
nice.
life improvement.
Still nice for sure.
All right. So, by the way, Joel.
Yeah.
What about those new armor blocks? Will you put them to some good use? Would you be able to finally do Keen Software House logo using those?
I probably, I'm not sure about that, because that still needs probably longer blocks, but this.
So we are still missing some.
Let's it's a good question. You put me on the spot here. The answer is no. But let's see some passion from the community, and let's maybe make that a reality soon, TM. But
Okay.
But the new 11 armor blocks would definitely fill in some areas that people couldn't have an option to kind of fill before. So they're definitely a lot of really nice variants there. But then it never ends, because you want 3x1, then you want 4x1, then how about 5x1, and then it kind of just gets crazy. So
yeah, it's never ending, of course. But we should have rehearsed this. I wasn't aware of it.
Oh no, yeah, you have to make me have to make me answer it. Yeah, I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. So
all right. So what's next for Xbox community and also PC community?
Yeah, what's coming next? Yeah, what's coming next?
So, yeah. Like definitely we will have like lots of updates for next year. We already are preparing some schedule or some roadmap. We have lots of ideas, and there are some things that we promised and haven't fulfilled yet.
Okay.
So it will, at least some of them will come. I'm sure of it. And other than that, maybe a bit, let's say, sooner. What we are now exploring is, and some of you were mentioning it in the chat, is essentially to get the community more close together. Having the ability for PC players to post to Modio as well, right from the game.
Fantastic. That'd be, or both at the same time. If you could post to Steam and Modio like simultaneously or something like that.
Yes.
And vice versa.
Exactly.
And if there are if we can get
not vice versa.
Oh, okay.
It's not possible.
No,
from
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Xbox
Sorry. Yeah.
So, like, essentially for us, Modio is platform of the future. It's multi-platform, and it's not bound to one service provider. But that doesn't mean that we would stop supporting Steam, like Steam Workshop. Definitely not. We just add this possibility, and essentially having one way where players can meet. regarding the workshop items. And of course, that's calling out, like if we are connecting the communities with cross or with simultaneous updates with Modio, it's something that comes to your mind to have crossplay available. So that's something we are right now also exploring and would like to having implemented. So hopefully we will get to that.
That would be the real, that really would be massive. I think that would be huge for us and for the community. That really would be fantastic.
Exactly. All right, and last but not least, Xbox community is always like asking for it to have some like modding support. It's like always like question when there will be mods. So right now with the dedicated servers, you got scripting support because we cannot run scripts or any compiled code like that is not included into the game directly on Xboxes. That's just, and I understand it. It's like Microsoft's policy. It's also Sony's policy on PlayStation. It's just the way how they roll, and we have to adhere to that. So right now you can run those scripts on the dedicated servers, which are not running, of course, on the Xboxes. They are running on the servers, on the Windows, on the Windows machines, and that's probably not enough, right? Because there is something missing. If you would like to have like some custom blocks or let's say custom skyboxes or I don't know, whatever is possible to mod regarding the data, like the content.
Skybox, yeah,
that's something
so much. I mean, the Steam Workshop proves that. So definitely, I mean, there's a PvE stuff that people make, like drones and all kinds of things. So there's a lot of content that can be done. I mean, I think scripts is a massive deal already, because that was even one of the bigger ones. I think maybe even more so than mods when it first, because people love some of the scripts they can use to make VTOLs and to kind of manage inventories and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, you bugged out a second there. Hold on. I think we lost your. Yeah, we lost your. I think your feed froze. Your camera's buggered up. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Sure. Do you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. The full time. Hear you good. Yeah.
All right. So should I reconnect or?
No. Let's see here. Can you, if you try restarting your video, like start video, end video, or is that not working?
Yeah, it's telling me there is an error.
Oh.
I don't know. It never happened to me.
Oh no. People see your glorious name now.
Okay, I think we are at the end right now. So yeah, definitely we would like to get to our Xbox community also the modding support.
Definitely.
So
Stay
regarding
tuned,
the
Xbox.
content, not the like DLLs or something like that, like compiled code, but the content. All right.
So yeah, thank you so much, Tender. They definitely answered a lot of stuff for Xbox players today, and there's lots to look forward to right now on Play Today. And I think even the coming months and next year, there's still exciting things coming for the Xbox community.
Yes, definitely. So do you think we will get some questions, or have you seen something like that I can answer, or you will handle it with Kienata?
I think we can probably handle it with Kienata. I mean, the only thing I'm trying to look for questions that maybe we couldn't answer. I don't know. Let's see if I can. Did you have a look at the chat? Let me have a look here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, do you guys have any specific Xbox questions for Chender before he heads off now? Let's have a look. Looking. There's lots of general questions, which we'll get to. Did you fix the replay tool description on Xbox? I think the replay tool probably had some text on the right-hand side, which maybe off the. I think that was. Do you know about that one?
I don't know about it at all. So replay tool is like for Xbox or PC?
Xbox. This is an Xbox question.
Huh. I think there is even no support for replay tool in like regarding the
Controller.
gamepad. We haven't.
Gamepad, yeah.
We haven't even like thought about a replay tool that it would be used by our Xbox players. So that's something we haven't even looked into.
So probably one of the things that you probably need to use keyboard with, but at the moment for now, I guess. I think that's probably what they're referring to. Your spiders and wolves are now there, Firebirds. I'm really looking for questions here let's have a look. Honestly, thank you guys so much for sticking with us here. I know you guys have lots of questions to answer, but we really will try to get to as many as possible in a bit when we get Kianata on. And I'll also be playing the new update and showing you some of the new blocks in game as well and how they work. But I think
Okay, I have one
Okay.
good news. The packages finally are ready to release for Xbox.
There we go.
So PC players already had them, but right now I'm going to push the button and maybe more buttons.
Oh, okay. Pause, champ.
One, two. All right.
We're getting for a second release. You can say it. Unleash the Xbox. Unleash the Xbox release.
All right, it's there.
Fantastic. Xbox users, I guess in the coming minutes you can try restarting your consoles to get that update as well. It's a big update actually. It's somebody mentioned it was a 1.7 gigabyte update today. So lots of it's a much bigger update than actually we've had for a while. Honestly, I can't remember the last time we had an update that size.
Yes. All right, so it was great. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you again for helping with the public test to all like Xbox players that participated and all your feedback. Thanks to my team that helped me to create this beautiful update. Thanks to Natik, which I think will come next, right? Right now. Is he?
Yeah, no, Natik should be coming up next. Exactly, yeah.
Yes, so...
I'm just seeing here. He'll be talking about lots of nice screens. Yeah, shinies.
Yeah, give some shout out to Natik because he's going next and he will present some of his beautiful creations and of course of his team. And thanks to all the team that worked on this update. And yeah.
Thank you so much, Gender. It really, I think the Xbox community have really got a lot to enjoy right now and a lot to look forward to. And please do keep reporting suggestions and issues with the Xbox port. I'm sure Chenda's team will be excited to receive them and go through those. So thank you so much, Chenda. And yeah, we'll speak to you in the near future, I'm sure.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, we're going to switch over here. And just in the meantime, we're waiting for Natik to join. Also worth pointing out that on Steam, Space Engineers is currently 30% off the base game and all DLCs minus the new Wasteland pack. So yeah, it's a good time to get Space Engineers for friends, or maybe pick up some of the packs that you haven't got yet. So yeah, I think that's right. 30% off all the store items on Steam. That is Steam sale. And we're just gonna be waiting for Natik here. Hopefully Natik got the Zoom link. Oh, good old Zoom. I do miss doing in-person office, in-person like streams, and you have someone sat next to you, but we're gonna make it work, right? Here we go. Natik, hello. I think.
Hey guys.
There
John,
he is.
do you hear me?
I hear you and I see you. Looking wonderful tonight, Natik.
Great, cool. So great to see you again.
So you are here to share with us and tell us about the work on the beautiful art. I think, and I'm sure I've got your screenshot, your slideshow ready to go through. So we can go through the free stuff first, I think, probably, right? I have it here.
Yeah. Please, let's show people some really nice stuff we have. And of course, I also want to thank all the team behind this beautiful update. Thank you, Chenda and his team. Thank you, Jan Herodes, and of course Marek and testers and everybody who is involved, who were involved in this, in the development of this really great DLC. So I'm really happy to be here tonight, and it will be hopefully another great success. And I really hope that we will have a chance, Joel, to see those beautiful pictures, those beautiful screenshots.
Definitely, I've got them up on stream now. So I've started with the small, the free, with the armor blocks, the new armor blocks here in the arena, because the first image I think was just the banner. So I've gone to the first one.
Yes.
So you can tell me when. I'll just flick through them here maybe. But so this is
Well, first of all, I would like to say that working on such a theme, such a genre, was probably unavoidable for us, because this post-apocalyptic theme also is very dear to our hearts and to me personally, because, I'm a big fan of. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can say that game, like if I can. Well, we will see if I'm not going to be fired the next day.
I think it's the thing that everyone. I think it's like the kind of stylistic ideas that everyone is aware of without needing to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of post-apocalyptic stuff, guys.
Yeah.
So you might know what I'm talking about. So post-apocalyptic stuff, and all these rusty metals, deserts, Wanamingos, and stuff like that. So it actually started. I'm probably in the beginning of this year, so we kind of started to think about this. To kind of, we had some sketches, we had some thoughts about it. So in the beginning of this year, actually. So finally we have this wasteland, post-apocalyptic wasteland, full of cool stuff for you to play with your friends. And it's 2020. This year is very appropriate for this kind of.
That wasn't planned. That was just coincidence, but.
Yes, absolutely. It was pure coincidence. And by the way,
on that note, I hope. Sorry, I was going to say, on that note, I hope everyone out there is staying safe in the current climate, and we're definitely wishing you all the best out there, because it's jokes aside, it's not an easy time for many people. So I really do hope that you guys are doing well out there wherever you are in the world. I know it's varying in severity, but definitely stay safe out there, folks.
Absolutely, I totally agree. And one thing actually I would like to add is that it turned out to be quite depressing to work on the home office, I must say. In the beginning, it was actually quite fine, but in the end, I must say that being an introvert wasn't such a good thing in the end, So maybe I should be more cautious about my Christmas wishes, next time. So the only thing I wanted to say is that I really miss the communication. I really miss the society.
Definitely.
We just moved to the new building.
I know. It was going to be good time. It still will be good time.
It's just a shame that we cannot communicate and get together and go to lunches and do this regular stuff we usually do.
Definitely, man. It will. Here's a 2021 being better. It definitely is weird. I sometimes get nostalgic about how, because my life was pretty similar for 3.5. I'm not even talking about the home office. I think just going to the old office in Karlin, it was just good times back then. So.
Yes. For sure.
Okay then. So,
and actually, for guys,
No, so go ahead, man. So I was just checking. So
yeah, I was just telling that for those of you guys who will be playing with these blocks and armor skins, actually I wanted to say that look, it's post-apocalyptic stuff, definitely, but we kind of tried to make it in the way so that if it has some other armor skin applied, it automatically and magically turns into some just ordinary sci-fi stuff, you know. And that's actually was kind of part of our goals, artistic goals. So yeah, as long as you have the heavy rust skin applied on some of those new blocks, they look fantastic. But they look rusty and they look proper post-apocalyptic style. But if you have, for example, let's say sci-fi armor skin or clean, even the simplest one, the clean, so they become just crisp sci-fi stuff. So I really recommend it to you guys. So please do have a look on them. They really worth.
For sure, because we didn't want to do anything that would just be useful in certain, like whenever we're adding stuff, we're trying to make it so it can be, you know, as diverse as possible. So going forward, it can be useful in many situations. Because if there is something that's only good in like one setting, it doesn't have as much value, you know. So I think that's one of the things that the skins can do. The skins can completely change the vibe and change like the atmosphere of, the vibe of the block, you know, and in its place. So it kind of makes that the skins help to fit the blocks into the environment. Although the standard plain armor will look good, and the blocks will look good everywhere, if you see what I mean.
Yes, absolutely.
So I've got all the images up here, Natik, and shall I just tell you what's on? Can you see the stream? I've got the new planet Pertam, so maybe you can mention a little bit about the creation process, and I'm not sure the biomes and stuff. I know this was made by Honza, correct?
Yes, this is the new planet, the Pertam planet. It was made by Jan Trauschker, our very talented 3D artist. And if I'm not mistaken, it took him about a couple of weeks to create this beautiful planet. And it's it's definitely a good place to play with your friends, to play some scenario.
Definitely. And in that he had to, because there's the process of creating it in the the height map, and then he created 5 new voxel materials. And I think that there was also some bug fixing, because there's always, if anyone's ever modded a planet, it's hard to get the seams of the planet and to make sure there's no visual artifacts and bugs and stuff in it. So it was,
of course.
It was.
Yes.
I think there was a combined effort actually with a number of people to make sure it looked really nice here. I'm super excited. I haven't even explored. I've only explored a fraction of it yet, and there's so many interesting biomes and landscapes to discover on here, as you can see flicking through this.
Yes, and it has this nice racetrack actually to try.
Let's see if it gets the images
race,
here.
You know, yeah.
I added the images in order, Natik, but I will kind of get to the.
That's fine.
So yeah. I'll show next up. We'll get to the race. I think the race is somewhere in here, but this is the order you gave me in them. So after just some planet shots, we have the new rover cockpit, which is super sleek, super compact, and I really, really like this. I think this is going to be an immediate, super popular block here. This is the.
Yes. This rover cockpit looks just amazing. And what's even more cool is that the whole team is actually in such a good artistic shape, is that I can tell that almost all blocks that are being developed, they're being done in this shape, in this state that you currently see, almost from the first iteration. So what you see is actually not the result of a very, very, very long row of iterations, which is good. Of course, we do have some iterations, but why I'm telling this is that currently we're in a very good artistic shape, and that's very important. And I want to say thank you, guys. I want to thank my team, my art team. You're amazing. You're very talented, and we definitely wouldn't be here without your help. So you did fantastic job. Like,
definitely,
I really admire you, and we have a great cooperation, and we're just scratching the surface. Like, I can assure you. So more things to come, definitely.
I've seen a couple of concepts of some of the things else in the works yet to be seen, and whoa, We're in for some really good stuff. Very, very good stuff in the future as well. So it's definitely exciting time. Exciting time to be an artist. Working on Space Engineers. So this is the. Some people have noticed this is an even block count. It's a 2-block wide rover cockpit, which is, I know, quite unusual. I mentioned it earlier because most things are based on the odd block with having a center block, but it's to make it compact. This is what we did to make it compact. So you're going to have to come up with some new designs to fit this in, be that asymmetrical or just built on an even kind of. So I'm hearing some interesting. I think it's going to be on mic. It's okay. It's gone now. An even block layout. So that's that. And then I think the next images are images from the scrap race scenario with various vehicles with the new blocks there. Have a little flick through here.
Yep.
There they are.
Yep.
Very nice and beautiful map and level design from our level designers. Definitely.
Yeah, they did fantastic job. So Joachim and Miko and Jan Vanecek, they did amazing job on the design. Really fantastic.
It's a perfect kind of example of exploring the new planet. It sets the scene really nicely here. These are all with the free blocks as well, I think. Yeah, I think that's the last image there. Fantastic. So that's all the kind of the images I have from the free part of the update. And I'll just switch out the slideshow here and get up some of the
DLC part.
The Wasteland pack. Yes, let's have a look.
Yeah. So let's check.
Okay,
let's check what we have in the glorious DLC part.
All right. Oh yeah, we got some fun pictures here. Okay, let's see if that works. Woo! There we go. There we go. Oh man, the first image and these absolute chunky wheels, and that's the large.
Yes.
I love. They look so good on the large grid.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the off-road wheels. They look just fantastic. And I'm repeating, I will never be tired of repeating it once over and over again. We have a guy that worked for Skoda, and now he's our guy. And I want to make a big shout out for him. Thank you, our very talented, extremely talented artist, Radek Stepan. So he's the guy behind this beauty. And as you can see, these wheels look fantastic. And we have it in all sizes, guys. Mm-hmm. And we have all the appropriate suspensions, like suspension blocks for them.
I still think we got to post these somewhere because we're kind of blocking the images here a little bit, Natik. But these images, some of these images that you created are awesome. It's like some showroom or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Also noting that the tracks, guys, the tire tracks are different depending on the wheels. So the standard wheels have a different tread. And the tracks in the sand reflect those different treads as well. So you'll be able to know if you're following a vehicle with the off-road tires or the standard tires. So this is some of the tires with the new suspension. Okay, that was the suspension block. I think there's more pictures of them later here. And then
and of course, vanilla wheels have their own vanilla tracks, tire tracks, and the new ones has their own dedicated one, unique one. So that's also very cool.
Apparently, just off here a little bit, the Xbox is now updating. Viper 1 confirmed for us. So it seems the Xbox users, I know they've had to wait a little longer here, but the Xbox users should finally be getting the update now. So if you haven't got it, please restart your console maybe now, and that should come through. And all Space Engineers players should be able to access the new content right away. So next up, Natik, we've got some of the glorious heavy rust skin.
Heavy rust armor.
Absolute,
yeah, just look at this, guys.
Brutal.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun while working on it, and it's done by yet another very talented 3D artist in our team. It's done by Jan Golmitz, and it looks just fantastic. And what's even more cool, it's colorable, guys. What's even more cool? So you can do all this nice stuff. You can color it. And you can have the subtleties. You can have subtle variations in your rust. That's the thing.
The color's very slight. We saw it on the blue. Yeah. It's not. There's only a little bit of color, but you can at least see a little bit of what it once was before.
Yeah, and just imagine, guys, the freedom it can offer you. Because, for example, you can color the various parts of your ship or vehicle, so that, for example, one part of it less rusty, and kind of it has like more paint in it, and the other one is more rusty. Like basically, right? So you can have various levels of various intensity of rust, which is completely amazing.
It's
and
perfect
by the
for
way,
wrecks and crashes.
yeah, and you can see it on these screenshots actually,
I'm just going back
and
through
especially
some of
on this one. Like it's just fantastic. It has these subtle variations in the color of the rust. That's what actually makes it so realistic and cool actually.
I love that one of the. I love the close-up one with the door and the light coming through the crack, Natik.
Yeah.
You just see how lovely the texture work is there. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. So good job, Honza, Jan, Golmitz. Good job, really.
Next up, we've got some images of the concrete skin, kind of integrated with the rust as well. This kind of old. This first image is like an old military bunker or something.
Yeah. And actually, this concrete armor skin was also kind of a long requested armor skin, and we're very happy to finally present it, because it's just cool. It's just nice to have it to have these like plain concrete walls from time to time. You can definitely find some usage for it, definitely, and it goes very well with these rusty armors. It goes just fantastic well. Right.
Okay.
And the next slide.
The next slide is. I think the next slide. I can't tell. I think it's just showing the mix. Is that this awesome part of the scrap race map here? It's like a tube, but I think it's that's showing off a combination of the light rust and the heavy rust combined. Really nice scene there. Yeah, that looks like it. And the next shot is the retro futuristic, which I think
my goodness!
I've been looking forward to this one for so long.
Yes, it's probably one of my favorites. I will not lie. That's probably one of my favorites because, well, this theme is all about post-apocalyptic thing. Well, if you know what I mean. Well, for those who don't know, probably what is it? Like this retrofuturism is this it's the way the old generations envisioned future. Like it's kind of this theme. It's a huge genre actually, and it's very rich, and it has lots of sub branches, and it just looks fantastic. It's all about this brushed metal, these capsules, this polished chrome and stuff like that. It's just in capsules and glass, metals and glass. It's just fantastic. I like it a lot.
Because when I heard about it, I always thought of this like really like just this stereotypical rocket shape. Just the kind of rocket with little landing legs, and it's just like that silver with these kind of bolts, rivets. Just that's exactly what it
rows of bolts. Rows of bolts.
So this can be really, again, this is what it's like in silver, but this is also colorable, guys. So you can have it in shiny whatever color you want. But as you can see, there's going to be, I think this may be the record, maybe. I don't know if you've had more skins in an update before, but this is really going to be, again, with all the others in there, we have like a full kind of column now. Some of these skins are definitely best used in just like highlights. You don't paint the whole ship in it, but just in highlights. So when you kind of mix and match them, you get some amazing transitions and combinations, and it's really, really, it's really exciting stuff. I think finally,
it looks awesome.
We have the dusty armor skin, which is perfect for our new planet.
Yes. It also goes very well with these post-apocalyptic landscapes. It just looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if you have a picture here of it on the. Okay, I'm not sure if there is a picture. There might be a picture later of it on the planet, but again, I think any kind of rovers that are driving around, it will look perfect having this kind of not necessarily battered, but just covered in dust and all dirty from all their travels. But
yeah, just having this, this slight layer of dust on top in some places, What I like the most about this dust armor skin is that it's not even, like it's not evenly scattered. It's like in some places there's more, in some places there's less. But that's what actually makes it so realistic and really nice.
Drift says dusty floors as well. You could have in your base. You the ceiling could be whatever, but you could have dusty floors in the hangar or something. So
yeah, absolutely.
So that's the dust, and then we have the buggy cockpit, and this is definitely not a cockpit that is buggy, but it's
well, hopefully it will not buggy.
Hopefully not. Hopefully Clang is merciful on this
cockpit.
One, but
yeah.
It's the same size, the same block size as the free rover cockpit. It just has some different, slightly designed the seat. Well, the style is actually almost completely different. It's got the only thing is the size. The steering wheel is a different design. The seats are a different design. The screen layout's a different design, and it has this kind of roll cage over the top of it here as well. So
yeah. The framing is a little bit different. It's more open. So you guys can choose which one to use. Of course, they both look amazing in my opinion.
There we go. Woo!
And we really put a lot of love and efforts into designing them.
We got an image here as well. I think this is a rover designed by Smoky, and integrating that new the new wheels and the new not the new lights. Actually, interesting enough, not the new lights, but the new buggy cockpit there. So there we go. Some awesome design. Oh, was this created by a designer as well? This kind of like factory line design. It looks so cool here. The screenshots. These are. I felt they got.
It just looks awesome.
I guess they're on the store page, right? Some of these. At least they're somewhere, right? Because they look so cool the way that they've been presented here. Yeah, definitely. There we go. We get a little preview of look at our scavenger skin as well. Also, it seems to be the reaction seems to be pretty positive about the new character skin. We haven't had a new character skin for a while actually, but I think people definitely like the look of this one. Let's get into the buggy cockpit. Yeah,
so scavenger skin was made also by Jan Trauschke. And it just looks cool, it's the right character skin for this kind of setting. I'm really happy with the way it actually looks.
There might be some more pictures in a minute. Let's have a look. This is I've gone blank. The viewport blocks, which work fantastic, which go together with the kitchen and the tables and the existing furniture.
Yeah.
The right height, like you can see the window is higher up. Well, this side it's kind of mirrored, but normally when they're placed in the kind of standard configuration, they have like this kind of wall section before the window comes in. So these work perfectly for kind of a space cantina, I always imagine. So
yeah, and what's even more important and what's even more cool that they look awesome when stacked, on top of each other. So that's just awesome,
Okay.
When you have them stacked, they look fantastic.
I think this image shows perfectly here.
Yeah. That was actually one of the main goals, to have them stacked, and so they would still look cool. That was one of the main goals.
So we're seeing some people here have discovered some of the other new features that are in because again I mentioned it. There's a lot more. The more than meets the eye here, and some people have read the changelog, and there is new weather in the game, including an electrical storm. So I think you have to wait and find out what that's like. But there is, I think that's maybe that's the only new weather type. But it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's dusty. It's basically like a sandstorm with lightning. Your worst nightmare. So I think that's called the electrical storm. I think that will be something new to experience on Pertam.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. I'm going to check it. Definitely.
Oh, here we go. And there's two variants of the new viewport block. One with the kind of exposed piping and wiring, and one without. So you see the two variants here. Yeah. And this has also been really nicely used with the, I guess, that is the retrofuturistic armor to make these events. These aren't actually blocks. That's just armor blocks, half armor blocks, I believe, half armor block slopes maybe. But they combine nicely to have this kind of vent look. So you can see some of the new skins and blocks in action there in a scene.
Yeah, these open pipings, this open variant It's also very cool. I really like how Radek made these blocks, you know, how he assembled them in a way so that they look actually functional. That's just fantastic. Really good job, man.
The team continues to what's the word?
Yeah,
evolve
definitely,
and,
Joe.
it's
Like no kidding.
I've seen it.
The team rocks, literally. Guys, once again, thank you all. You're doing a fantastic job.
It's every update, the quality is just up and up and up. It's crazy. It's really great to see.
Yeah.
So on to some more images here of wheels and combining some of the new blocks, the viewport blocks, some kind of a wheel suspensions factory.
Suspensions, wheels, in some conveyor, like in some facility, some kind of a facility. This looks cool. With some exhaust pipe blocks.
Ah, yes, the exhaust pipe. That's the image. I think the image we got there, but that's also the exhaust pipe block. I think some people saw the image and thought it was a new thruster, but no, it is an exhaust pipe block, which can be used to create visual effects from it. They have no damage or anything, but you can throw out smoke and sparks and fire and stuff. And the fire, I mean, especially looks fantastic there. So we'll probably have to look in game to have a look at this, but you can see the models there, both for small and large grid. So I think, yeah, that is all the images that you sent me, Natik. But man, they are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so I hope, guys, you will like them. I hope you will enjoy this DLC as well as the free update. So yeah, it was fun to work on, and it is fun. It is definitely fun to talk about it now, and I really hope that you guys will enjoy it. Because that was our goal, basically.
And now we'll be seeing the creations that people make in the coming weeks, using all this new content and on the new planet and new stories as well, because I'm sure people will be starting new survival worlds on Pertam, and I believe Pertam, the new planet, is in the star system already, so it won't be an existing world, but if you create a brand new survival world, I am like 90% certain it is in the solar system world already for you to jump into. So thank you so much, Natik. It's been an absolute blast as always.
Thank you for having me.
It's your team have done an absolute cracking job, as we say.
Thank you. All right, see ya.
See you, Natik. Thank you so much. Bye now.
Bye.
Okay, guys, and we are now going to get on our final guest, Kianata, who will be here to answer your questions. There's been so many questions, and he's been monitoring the chat, looking for your questions and what you've kind of been asking a lot of, and hopefully we're going to address those right now. And I'm also going to play the game. So I know you guys have been probably waiting a couple hours here to see some gameplay. So we're going to jump into the game right now as we go through these questions. And hold on, let me get him up. Oh, you're super low. Oh, because only me and you now. Okay, hold on. Let me just rearrange my layout here. Oh, you're super big now. Okay.
Super big, super small. I just have tons and tons and tons. Wow. All the questions.
Yeah, a lot. Chat was absolutely flying tonight.
Chat really was
absolutely going crazy tonight.
So first things first, if you're ready. Are we ready?
I think I'm ready.
We're ready for first things first? Okay.
Okay,
all right,
first things
first. So we are aware of an issue that came up with loading some saves and getting some dedicated servers to run. We're already aware of it. We're already working on a hotfix for it. So just know that we're already thinking about that problem and trying to come up with ways to fix it. That said, if you still want to send us a bug report, we'll take it because you'll probably help us fix it faster. So go ahead and fill out those bug reports and send them in. Yes. To guns. Guns are awesome. We like the idea of guns in all the myriad forms of ways that they were asked about and ways that they were discussed. Guns are awesome. We like guns, and it's definitely the kind of thing that we're going to look into. What's next here? Right. So if you are on Xbox and you haven't received the update yet, I noticed several people as we've been going through this have been receiving the update and saying, whoop, I have it. But then other people are like, when is it going to be released? You may need to restart your Xbox. You may also need to double check and make sure that your Xbox has updates enabled. That's very important. Right.
I'm updating my game here.
Yeah.
So what would you say the general reaction's been then? How do you feel? How do you feel things have been so far?
Oh, glorious!
It's been
glorious.
Chat has been absolutely lit tonight. It's been insane. I normally try and bring some stuff out from the chat, but today I've just left it until this segment because it's been absolutely crazy. I mean, let's have a look here. Give a little. We can give some shout outs to who's here. Let's have a look. Who's here with us? Let's for 1 minute. Let's have a look. I see in the chat Mag. I see Karendi. I see Anti. I see Firebird, Lord, Krusty, John, Sia, Chucky, Ken, Emma Farr, Grimy, Myth, Afrin, TML. In the YouTube, I see Captain Zarko, Kevin, Art, Psych, Tex. No, Seven, Externity, Grey Wolf, Loman, Blade, Killer, Captain Zarko again. Have a Bine, Mabs. I see Drewy. Oh my goodness. Oh, YouTube chat, Twitch chat's exploded. Bubbly. Oh, I can't read that. There's too many people tonight. How many people do we have watching tuning in right now, Aaron? I don't know.
We have 745 on Twitch. Woo! We have 906 on YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
And for a little while, we had about 3,000. It was a little more, but about 3,000 people watching in between.
That's probably
channels.
the biggest stream for a long time. I think that was even bigger than Sparks. No wonder why the chat was just so crazy. I mean, I was trying to read some. I was hoping to read
trying to write down questions, and it was a nightmare.
Mullen Carpentry, Zaman, a couple more. I'll try and pull some out here. Jasper, oh goodness, this is crazy. I've never tried.
Grumpy.
Yeah, you help me out here.
We should shout out our shout out our moderators: Gwendomir, Raven, Veronica Rotal, Conrad Larson, Captain Jack. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone.
Drury, maybe.
Drury.
Vlaffy was there. Vlada was there earlier. I'm not sure. See Drago, Smokey, Mrs. Sinister, Robin, JH, Leo, Jason, Grandor, Nabarine, Eater Cracker. So many. All right. So let's. I'm going to jump into the game as I've just updated my game to the latest version. There it is. And sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. And yes, Captain Jack is a moderator, but on YouTube. Also, I have super adorable puppies running around acting crazy behind me. So if you hear a couple barks, I apologize. They shouldn't be too loud.
Zero, I see you.
Okay, one more time because we had a ton. Shout out Merrick. We always shout out Merrick.
Shout out Merrick. Always Merrick.
Yeah. He's awesome. I honestly, if I had my way, I would love to at some point just have Merrick give just a totally conversational stream, because it really is brilliant to talk to. Okay, several people have asked about this and wanted more details on this, so I'd like to cover this again. Zoc always misses me. Hi, Zero. Zero's upset that you were.
I tried. I thought like maybe there's a couple hundred people. I could maybe read out like half, but it was like 1,500. It's beyond me. I would like to maybe at the end. If you can handle it, if you can stay around to the end of the stream, we'll have another shout out session. But actually, out of curiosity, this probably is. It's kind of an interesting show, but because there's so many people, it probably will be inconclusive. But how many of you guys have picked up the latest Wasteland pack? Put a 07 in the chat if you've decided to pick up the Wasteland pack, either on Xbox or on PC. And just a reminder again that I didn't know, I missed that, but it is on sale. Not the Wasteland pack, but Space Engineers and all the DLC are on sale, minus the Wasteland pack today. I'm not sure when the sale's running till, but you can get all the Space Engineers content off for 30% off. So it's a good time to pick up Space Engineers for friends and family and all that good stuff. That's a lot of 07s. That's even like more 07s than usual. But I think that might just because there's so many people here today. Okay, so I'm actually in to the scrap race scenario here on Pertam, and you can see here we are. I'm going to fly around. I'm going to zoom right out. And you can see this is all scripted nicely. We have the build phase, which is starting. So this is basically, we're waiting for players to join. Aragaf, I'll put it to friends here, actually. Let's have this set up. I wasn't planning to do the scenario right now. I was planning to just kind of showcase the world and the update. But I think we can jump in anyway here.
So real quick, back to weapons again. We think weapons are super awesome, but just try and keep in mind that if you were going to do, theoretically, if you were going to do an update on something like weapons, it probably wouldn't be one update. It would be a lot of stuff. So it's like I said earlier, it's something we like the idea. We're really excited about it, but we don't have any news on that right now. Okay, hydrogen rebalance. We're going to go through all the details one more time. I have copied, I cheated and copied Aragath's post, and we're just going to reread that. So we roughly doubled the capacity of all hydrogen tanks. We made them better compared to each other, so small, medium, large. We halved hydrogen fuel consumption for your hydrogen engine and your thrusters. Doubled the production of hydrogen from ice. So every unit of ice will now produce twice as much hydrogen. Small grid hydrogen tanks component cost has been reduced, which makes them much lighter, so they'd be easier to lift, but it also, to keep in mind, it makes them a little bit weaker. Okay, there you go.
That was solid, man. You got out a lot of info right there. That was fantastic.
I know sometimes I'm a little worried that we're going to give them a bunch of dry information.
Aragath is just engine, not thrusters.
Just engine, not thrusters. Oh, thank you, Aragath. I appreciate it. I copied the whole text. I wasn't sure I got everything right. Thank you.
So just jumping in here a little bit, guys, just so you give it back to what we're up to. This is the lobby, basically, and you can get yourself a Clang Cola, a Rusty Sandman, or a Clang My Ride. This is basically where you'll be waiting for people to join. I mean, I don't know, no one's joining, right? I mean, let me just, I'll keep it friends, actually, for now, because of a certain reason. Once the build phase starts, you'll see what happened. We'll be automatically transported to the building hangars, which are here. There's 8 building hangars, and this is where you commence your building stage. I'll show all of this scenario off here. I don't know why Aragath can't join. He should better join. And you can see the new Rust skin into effect here. I'm also just grabbing some of the new blocks onto my toolbar, and I'll show you guys in a second.
Universe. Hope Universe and Twitch chat, there already is a sandworm mod.
Oh, I think I know what's going on.
Just so you're aware. It's already a thing. Okay.
Let me try Aragath again. Sorry, I know what I'm doing. So if you go into new game scenarios, you'll see Scrap Race here under Frostbite, actually. So if you click on Scrap Race, this will be it. And hopefully, oh, what is it? What did I just do? Oh no, I think it was set to offline. Okay, I need to fix it again, Aragath. Keep doing the wrong thing. It might not be you then. I think all my friends are having errors trying to join me, so I'm not sure what's happening there.
Aragath said they're having some connection issues.
Yeah, let me just see. Is this? So it's offline mode. Hold on.
Greetings, Darth Wormy. What a pleasure it is to have you with us today. Is the planet part of the solar system? So typically when we release a new planet like this, is it?
It is. It's already in there. It's already part of the solar system.
There you go. From the horse's mouth. Done. PS4 questions. Our current focus is on PC and Xbox. It took an exhaustive amount of labor to push this all out at the same time. So yeah, right now the focus is on PC and Xbox.
Let's see if that works. Try again, Aragath. Let's see if this works. If not, I'll just show off single player stuff for now and the new blocks and have a look another time.
I know Zero would be really happy to get to see just some blocks being showed off.
Oh, okay,
and
right.
I know I had a few people ask about the rover cockpit, if they could see it and the variants and it mounted and all that stuff.
Oh, I actually have the builds. It's on my other PC. I had a bunch of rover builds, but we'll see in a second when I get teleported. But I can put this down and just do. Fortunately, jetpack is disabled in this world, so it's kind of.
And Arigath was just telling me that Pertam, I hope I'm saying that right, it is not a particularly easy planet to start on. I know several people that I talk to regularly about space engineers would be happy to hear that. Apparently there's very few minerals and ice is even more rare, so that might be a fun to use Splitsy's name, Survival Impossible, for you.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it's actually, if I'm not remembering correct, it's placed very far away from everything else. Like, it's one of the furthest planets. Like, I think it may even be the furthest planets from the Earth, like, for example. Yeah, and it's also got, yeah, well spotted, it's also got 1.2 G. So the gravity's a bit stronger on here than it is on Earth-like. So I'm going to show off this, let's have a look. There we go. Here is the exhaust block, guys, for large grid and small grid. I just wish I had creative. I wish I had jetpack right now, just for showing, but let's have a look. So we've got fire, we've got fire and smoke. This looks particularly cool on rovers, actually, but
as far as NPC news, I don't have anything new to bring to the table today. We think NPCs are awesome, but we don't have any new news on that. Oh, languages. Localization.
So there's so much new stuff. I keep forgetting, you know what I mean? I keep thinking we're done, and then just when we think we're done, there's more stuff coming. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Full language support for German. We now have full language support for German. So currently we support German, French, Russian, Chinese, and Spanish, and we're not done yet. There's still more being worked on. So I feel like I should be able to do those pencil tricks they do, like the hosts on late night shows where they can flip it and spin it. I think that'd be cool. There we go. We had a few people. So gut. Sorry, I've tried to pronounce a bunch of things, especially a couple words in Czech, and I've failed miserably so far. I try to stay away from it. It's just an embarrassment. So
you probably won't be that much. I probably won't be that much better than you, man. So here's a road. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I know. What is it? Dobry den.
Dobry den.
There we go.
Dobry.
That sounded way better.
Pivo prosím. Prosím. So here we have a rover made by Arigath, and it showcases some of the new blocks nicely. We have the buggy cockpit, the off-road wheels, the offset spotlights, the kind of these window blocks, and you can kind of see a totally new rover design here. So, and those tracks as well on the ground, so should be helping there. I like how Arigath's kind of put these grates, they're called barred windows, but he's basically put the barred windows around everything, around the cargo container, around the gyroscope, actually on top of the engine as well there. So they're called bar windows, but actually you can kind of use it as just grills now, you know.
So really quickly,
Go ahead, man.
as far as localization is concerned and getting help with localization, if you email us info@keenswh.com, or you can even do support@keenswh.com and get in touch with us. We do take a lot of community help, especially since sometimes translations need way more context than just simply directly translating words. Oftentimes that doesn't really yield a good translation. Nobreen, any new emotes this time?
There's two new emotes. There's two new emotes. I can show them off here. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. I'll show them in a second. Just quickly before we're out of time. So now I've been teleported. Initially, I would be teleported from the lobby, and I've been teleported to the hangar. And this is where I can prepare my rover for the race. So if we come in here, we have a couple of options. We have the Scrap Rod, the Dune Scout, the Viper, and the Dune Enforcer. And all of these were actually in the video, I think. Or if you would like to start from more scratch, You can start from scratch if you want, but what you can do is select the blank chassis, and that will basically spawn in not blank, but it will basically give you wheels. It'll give you one rocket launcher, one Gatling, and the rover cockpit. And then, of course, with this, you can armor it up, you can customize it, paint it however you want. So we have the option to do that. I don't know if I press it, if it will switch it. I can't remember now. We try.
Press the button.
Hold on, wait. I think if I press... It does! All right, so you can check them all out. So we have the scrap rod.
Yes.
And this is, of course, this can be on dedicated servers now. We have dedicated server support for visual scripting scenarios. So this is the scrap rod. Here it is. Then we have... Let's see. Oh, I'm stuck a bit here.
Really quickly, we had a bunch of questions about Xbox
stuck.
dedicated servers. Here is a link. If you click the Nitrado icon in your join section of the game, if you click the Nitrado option, you'll be able to check all that stuff out, or you can just click this link here. And this gives you number of players, the cost, etc., etc., etc.
Okay, we've got the Dune Scout. We're running out of time here. The preparation for... Okay, I think maybe not. And then the Viper. The Viper's my favorite one. I love this one. And of course, I can come in here and I can, for example, customize the new offset spotlights. So you see the normal spotlights like that, and we come in here, turn around, and now we've got those new offsite spotlights in there as well. Changing the wheels will be a bit harder here, but there's the Viper. And I wonder if I select again, if it will change out again here. This is the final one, the Dune Enforcer. It will. So finally we have the Dune Enforcer here. There it is. So slightly different and you can customize these ones as well, but if you'd rather start from a more empty build, then you can take the blank chassis. I'm actually going to take out my favorite one though today for the race, because I've actually run out of time, it looks like. And take out the Viper here. So look. Should have okay, the doors. Okay, here we go. I can have a look into the other hangars. So here I am, next door to me. I've got Conrad Larson, who's actually busy customizing the blank chassis next to... Okay, that one's... Okay, I think... okay. Oh, I see. It's 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 2, 3. So it's 1, 2. It goes back and forth. So over here we should have... There's Rotal customizing the... I forgot the name of it again. I've gone blank. And there's Aragath also doing a bit of customization there as well. So you kind of see a little idea how this scenario works. And honestly, even if the scenario isn't like your cup of tea, the worlds and the level design is fantastic and a really nice example of this kind of situation, this vibe. So if I'll wait here and show the start of this, and again I'll let Kianata carry on because I'm sure there's plenty of questions here. I'm trying to show you guys getting backed up here. Yes.
Okay, so Corbin Dallas, how long do the tracks last on a voxel? They last for a good little bit. Burning question. You should get that looked at. Will Xbox ever get proper script mod support? Xbox has dedicated dedicated server scripting support, and we are investigating modding support. Wheels, did Wheels get prediction back? No. Our concentration on Wheels right now is to make them not explode, and we feel like we'll pull that off. And Tim765, what about NVIDIA ray tracing? So no. If we were to do something like that, it would probably be something done for all platforms, and it is not something that we have done. Is the DLC only a scenario? Absolutely not. Tons and tons of blocks.
No, there's 11 new armor blocks, a new planet. Oh, no, I'm going for the jump. Oh, I messed it up. I should have taken the bridge. Sorry. I just messed up my position there. Carry on, sorry. Yeah. I'm very distracted now.
Really quickly, if you run into any bugs or issues, please report them to our support portal. By reporting things to the support portal, you are literally helping us resolve the issue. If you don't tell us about it, we don't know about it. On that front, we're aware of an issue with some saves not loading, in particular on dedicated servers, and we are working on a hotfix for that right now. This very minute, we are working on a hotfix for it. Okay. When are we getting hydrogen sci-fi thrusters? I don't want to speculate. Questions. We had a number of questions that came in that once again are.
I just entered Badger Town.
Badger Town.
Badger Town, yeah.
Badger don't cur.
Oh!
We had a couple questions about multiplayer improvements. We're always trying to make improvements to multiplayer.
Oh! Sorry. Sorry. I'm being attacked by the rocket towers. Carry on, man. Sorry. It's dramatic here. I'm racing through the desert. I'm racing through the desert here. I'm winning, but I think only because Aragaf waited for me to destroy me. My rover's slowly taking the damage here. Getting me the Gatling. Oh,
Who rules Badger Town? Master Blaster rules Badger Town. Okay.
Come on, reload. Oh, man.
Zockley, I have a question.
Sorry, go
for
ahead.
you.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yes, yeah, directly at you.
Okay.
Can you play the new scenario single player?
Yes, you can. No problem, you can. You definitely can.
There we are. Fantabulous. Another question about guns. Any consideration for a point of view slider? Their field of view, point of view. I'm not sure about that question.
I just exited. Oh, it's okay. I'm good. I'm good. I exited my vehicle. I don't know why. I think I exited, got back in again real quick, but that was crazy. I just missed a big jump. Go ahead, man.
When are liquids like water going to be in the game? We have a number of liquids in the game. Technically, most things, if you melt them, have a liquid state. So, you know, we got a ton of them in the game. Some are solids. Granted, some are gases, but they're there. When is the update online? This very minute. Field of view. There is a field of view slider.
I believe there's new. Okay.
Tim765, what about grass blocks and a placeable tree? Those sound like awesome suggestions. I'll throw up a link to the support portal again. We collect an enormous amount of information off of the support portal, and you honestly are doing us a huge favor by contributing your ideas there and letting us know. Do the off-road wheels and suspension have different specs than the regular ones? No. The big thing there is we don't want to put any of our content behind a paywall, right? We don't want to put functional content behind a paywall. So if they were different, they would be free. They wouldn't be in the DLC. Tomahawks win? Tomahawk cruise missile or an actual Tomahawk? That's the question.
I'm trying to find there's new music, guys, as well. There's brand new. What did you guys think of the soundtrack of the trailer? There should be 2 new tracks, and apparently they play when you're doing the scenario here, but from listening, it doesn't seem that way. So I'm not sure if it's because I didn't have my sound turned on to begin with, or what it is, but there should be. If there isn't, I'm sure that it'll appear at some point.
Ready? That question is a bug report. Why do the new spotlights have shadows like normal spotlights with the little vents in front of them? I know exactly what you're talking about. That's definitely a bug report. Tomahawk cruise missile. You can make Tomahawk cruise missiles in Space Engineers. And in fact, if you are so inclined, there are many of them on the workshop already. Quite a number of missile designs on there.
Oh! Levolution! Oh my goodness. Sorry, there was just some levolution there, and TM. I've changed the map for everybody. Lots of surprise on this map. Someone's caught up to me.
I believe in you. You can do this.
I'm gonna win this. Oh wait, Aragav's no, that's a good. Hold on. He's behind me. He's on my tail. That's what happened to Conrad and Rotul, but
we're starting to get into the please jump on the support site and send us your super awesome ideas level. We love NPCs. We like the ideas of them. If you want to join the support portal and tell us your ideas on NPCs, the most important thing to remember is that saying NPCs and then your specific version of NPCs is two very different things. So tell us about your idea. Tell us what you think would be awesome. I know it's a minor thing, but any chance we can have hold button to crouch? Currently toggles to crouch. Red,
sorry.
red.
Sorry, I got an absolute banger of a shot. Sorry.
What was that?
Sorry, I literally, you have to lead your target in this. I led my target beautifully there. It was such, I couldn't help react to that. It was beautiful. Sorry, man. I'll just do one race. This is probably not the best. It's quite disruptive to the Q&A, but I just thought I should showcase the scenario once here.
It's okay. I consider that part of Q&A, just so if anybody's wondering if their question was, will Zachary be screaming loudly? The answer is yes. Yes, he will. Amble Shock, if Petrum is so unattractive by design with resource rarity and stuff, for what else is Pertram supposed to be good for other than desert racing? There are a number of people who intentionally make Space Engineers significantly harder to play by limiting survival elements, and I imagine they're going to be really big fans of this planet. Also, as far as unattractive goes, I think it's gorgeous. The spice must flow.
My vehicle's not quite the same at the end here. It's very, very smashed up. But that's the way we like it. How do I do taking out Aragath? It's quite hard to take out other contestants though in this.
We just got a description of our interactions. All right, I don't normally like to do this, but I'm going to single them out.
Okay, go ahead.
Viper1 on Twitch chat said it's like dad's on the phone with work and the kid is playing in the background.
It's so true. It's so true.
I would like to know if you consider that a positive or a negative, and I just want your answer on that.
I mean, it's realistic, I think. It's realistic for the moment.
It really is.
Me just screaming and so on.
I might know someone like that from Split Seat.
Oh, man.
Woo! Woo! All right.
So there we go, guys. I'm not sure what you thought of that, thought the race there. I think some of the times can be adjusted potentially, like build time or so on. But in general, that's the kind of. Oh wow! Well, oh wow! Aragath. That's what he gives me for me beating him.
That's quite rude.
There we go. Now we're restarted again. We're back in the hangar, back in the lobby here.
Darth Wormy, I will throw up the support portal again, but I'll take note of that. Boop, click, boop, click. All right.
I'm gonna put on my racing skin for this next time.
Will you add lasers with a Z? On Xbox, I assumed. Yes, sir. Is it possible to change the range on the current weapons, like 1 to 2 kilometers? Strictly speaking, it is possible, but you have to remember, like through modding, it is possible, but you have to remember that a lot of these limits are in place for a reason. For instance, you could make a bullet travel extremely fast, but the issue with that bullet traveling super fast is that in something like multiplayer, it might be traveling so quickly that it would literally be phasing through objects. So while you can up the range of things, it can cause secondary negative effects. So generally speaking, even with modding, I recommend that you try and keep your range limits something within reason, although 1 to 2 kilometers isn't, super crazy. I can't rent a server for Xbox. So if you have not received the Xbox update, or if you are having trouble getting on or getting a server for Xbox right now, please give these things a little bit of time. The Xbox update is rolling out, and so that means some areas will receive it a little later than others. And then as far as getting a dedicated server, it literally, that service came live literally like 20 minutes ago. So give us a little bit of time. This time tomorrow you'll be playing on one if you are so inclined. Multi-grid support for projectors. I typically go over this one once a stream. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Nabarine. Zockley, could you give me the emotes real quick? We literally like forever ago said we were going to do that and then didn't.
Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, I just did them. I was just doing, and then Aragaf just did them. So we've got, oh, I've just been spawned. Okay. So we've got drunk. And we've got bite me.
Bite me.
There we go. That's a
Bite
2
me.
friendly competition based email.
Right. Right.
All right.
Friendly competition. Does the new
Check
weather,
out the
the lightning
Juniper
storm, affect blocks? I believe it does. And do we know all of the different weather types for the new planet?
I think it's just electrical storm, which is basically just, I don't know if it's on this right now or not, but...
Do they even read the questions on YouTube? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
On it, doing it. Any plans or visions for functionality, different types of spacesuits? Okay, so this is more of a long suggestion. I will throw it up again. But what we want to do is we want to take those and throw them on the support portal. And the nice thing about our support portal is it gives you the ability, if you really have a genius idea, you've come up with an idea that will change the landscape of space engineers for all time. Other people can come vote. They don't even have to write anything out. All they have to do is sign up, click the vote button, and they can upvote the topic for you. And you can bury us in votes, and we can, take a nice, serious look at it. The voting system has really helped us in the past. So.
Yep.
I did see a number of comments about the concrete skin. We're pretty happy with it right now as a skin and not a block. We had a bunch of different things to deal with as far as that's concerned. But if you'd like to leave suggestions, again, on the support portal about your thoughts on the concrete skin,
I definitely
love to read them.
Yeah, I definitely hear the feelings about that, guys. So it's something we'll definitely look at, I think, going forwards. I think when it comes to, the use for gravel and everything else, I can understand people's feelings on that. What are these sounds here? I'm just prepping my racer here. It's slightly different this time. Oh, trying to get some different light color. All right, we'll go for let's have a look.
Callum Hibbard, anyone else on Xbox not able to get a Nitrado server? Like I said, the service was just turned on, so there might be some delays as it's starting up, and we're going to be watching that pretty closely for the rest of the night. We will be posting announcements if we have anything official to release on that. Puppy in the background. How long? I don't have an exact amount of time for how long tire tracks stay visible before disappearing.
I'm not sure. Quite long, honestly. I don't. There must be a number. It's either a decal limit or I don't know though. It's something you guys will have to find out. But it's long enough that you really feel like it's how to word it. Like you don't notice it disappearing. That's for sure. It's not popping out behind you. So.
Show us the puppy. I am not in control of the puppy. That's part of the problem. I can call for the puppy, but there's no real guarantees there. It'd probably be better if I answered more questions. Multi-grid support. Oh, multi-grid support for projectors. Right. As I said earlier, I answer this one usually once a stream. So we don't have any plans to make any changes to multi-grid support for projectors at this time. That doesn't mean it's impossible or it'll never happen, but it is not something we're planning on working on right now.
I'm engaged.
Planets on server. What?
That's okay. I'm warning you. I'm engaged in intense combat again.
Screaming.
I'll try not to scream this time. Oh my goodness! I just hit something that definitely shouldn't have hit.
What a bizarre question. Is the puppy for pet or for eating? The puppy is for pet. The puppy is for all the pet.
That is a very unexpected question, but
there are some pets.
It is what it is.
Are also for eating. So you could have a pet chicken, and at the same time as it being a wonderful pet, it would no doubt be delicious.
I have a cat here.
Hey, cat time! Yay. The planets are procedurally generated. No, not exactly. There are elements of them that are placed somewhat randomly, like the foliage and stuff like that, but Sockley's racing days may be over. But yeah, the planet itself is not generated procedurally. If you're perfect Blinky, vegan triggered. I didn't say you had to eat the chicken. You could keep the chicken as a pet. No one's stopping you. Don't eat the cat. There was this old television show called Alf.
Definitely, I'm definitely looking. I really can't wait to see what people create in this for this new stuff. Though there's so much new potential. Honestly, 1 second here. I gotta. Okay.
What is the suit that is involved in the trailer?
It's the scavenger suit, and I believe Aragath is currently wearing it. Let's see here.
Will you add tank tracks? You show it in the teaser? I'm pretty sure we don't show any tank tracks in the teaser.
No, I don't. We definitely don't. I made the trailer. I would know if there were tank tracks.
That would be memorable. Did the damage settings and Hans Peter? I'm just going to kind of abbreviate that. Are the damage settings different in this scenario than the main game?
I believe so. Yes. As you can probably tell from the. I'm not sure. Probably yes. I don't think the game's being rebalanced. I think the damage that rockets do, because as you all know, one rocket hit is pretty immobilizing. So I believe it's been adjusted for this scenario.
You'll also notice that at 1.2 gravity, things that slam into things do so pretty differently. Are the multiplayer servers updated and online? No, they are not. We are working on a hotfix right now, and we will have that out as soon as possible. Any plans to implement rail tracks? Not at the moment, but guess what I'm going to say? If you'd like to add that suggestion to the support site, we'd love to have it. Just joined. Can someone sum up what the Wasteland is? His coup. His coup. Okay. Why is barred windows only available on small ship?
Oh, small grids. I think that currently is by design, because on large grids you have like vented windows, you know, which you can use. They're not quite the same, but I believe that is currently by design, because there are the vented these vertical windows which you can use in a similar way. But again, if it's something that you guys feel that we should add to large grid, definitely make your voice heard for that.
Exactly. What suit is your character wearing right now?
I'm wearing the racing suit currently. This is one of the ones that you actually find. Yeah.
Sneaky dev acquisition of player skins.
Yeah. Exactly. Hackers, man.
Just a bunch of hackers.
Let's see here. But
we do not have any current plans to work on VR.
No. Existing saves will not get the new planet. No, that is correct. You have to make a new world, or you can go into admin and turn it on. So that's one point. Let's see here. Have a look. Okay.
So, question is, will lasers be added to Xbox and force fields, and if so, how powerful? As I mentioned earlier, we think weapons are awesome. We'd love to work on something like that. We don't have any news on that front. And if you have ideas, if you're imagining the perfect laser beam or forcey field, please feel free to throw it up on the support portal.
Let's have a look. All right, guys. Well, it has been a very exciting evening here, and I hope you guys liked the update, and both the free part and the freemium part. Premium part.
That's, you can make up new words. I'll vouch for it.
Freemium? I think that's a word. I don't know.
Freemium.
As I already said, currently Space Engineers is on sale on the Steam store. So all Space Engineers and all of the DLC are on sale for 30% off, except the latest Wasteland DLC. So that's a potential good opportunity to pick up ones you might be missing. But yeah, it's out right now on Xbox and PC. So we're really happy to have been able to release for the first time, a joint update here together. Premium. Yeah. And I hope we answered most questions today. I feel like we should do this more. I mean, I think the reason is we used to do these streams like more often, and I think because there's been quite a large gap between the last update, and I feel we could definitely do with more Q&A time. Let's have a look. So, thank you as well to the racers that took part here. And definitely thank you to all the guests today. We had Marek, we had Jan Herodes, we had Chenda, we had Natik, and we also had Erin Kianata as well. So that's always good to have him. He's always super good with summarizing all the questions in the chat that you guys have. So I'm trying to think, any last reminders of people? I think we've gone through them quite a bit here.
Just please, it's a new release. Please go to the support portal, make bug reports. We are already working on a hot fix for some known issues, so please let us know what's going on, and we'll try and get on that as quick as possible. Neither one of us can talk today. It's fine.
Also, yeah, I think the Steam nominations, right? Is that someone said this, also nominate? Oh yeah, I think, or nominate feature on Steam. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is about. That particular one. Let's have a look. Or yeah, I agree, Robin. That would be a good idea. We should get to it. I know Aaron always loves doing streams, so we should definitely, maybe in December, we should try and do some kind of like holiday stream or something. What do you reckon, Aaron? Just one day. We're just playing some Space Engineers.
Eggnog and Christmas hats and a jolly spirit.
Exactly.
I'm feeling it. I would be completely on board with that. That sounds fantastic.
So, let's see. No. And we'll definitely be looking at, you know, the things you guys create in the coming days and weeks. So it's super
Absolutely.
exciting.
That's literally all I do is sit and stare at awesome things other people make and go, man, I'm gonna make something just like that one day. But yeah, I love all the crazy stuff that the community makes, and I can't wait to see. Between the new wheels and the new cockpit, that means a whole new set of vehicles are going to be coming out from the community, which is crazy amounts of awesome. But we also have this like particle crazy exhaust thing, and I saw what people were doing working with what was available before, but now you have a specific tool for that task. So I'm ready to be impressed. And
now Xbox players can get into that right away, not without having to watch the PC players playing it. They too right now can get into that. So it seems people are nominating us as well, apparently. People are nominating us on Steam. So definitely do that. We appreciate that support, guys. That's awesome.
Yes.
And I think maybe now just some final... I won't do everyone. Some final shout-outs. Who we have in the chat watching right now. Apologize if I miss you. Let's have a look. We got Steerage. We got Crossover. We got Sporgog, Borgnaut, Wooterbix, Aaron, Page, Anvil, Rips, John Little Zero, Rips, Milani, Tony, Vic, Rare, Jackson, Slab, Killer, Rare Streaming, no worries, Psych, Elfie Wolf, Strong Hoof, Soa Chas, Maths, Toxic Gamer, Sky King, Mr. Sick, Dun Huggy Daily Lunchbox, P Cypher, B Soldier Robertaz, Veos, Ankar, suddenly. it starts her off alright, and then it's suddenly just like Havoc, 707, Indrasil, Chozo, Shooting Mangold, Pilot Rob, Owlman, OMG Vert, Relax Gamer, Wick, Pan, Feral, Tigress, Foogs, Dr. Iceberg, Atomic Junkie. There we go. Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for watching tonight. It's been an absolute blast, and I've been looking forward to this for so long now. And yeah, it's been. It's one of those things now where I'm just like completely, almost out of breath, almost just from the hype and the getting ready for this and trying to make sure everything is going to work correctly for this joint release. But it's been an absolute blast, and really, guys, we cannot thank you enough for sticking with us and for all your support. It really is fantastic. Anything else, Aaron?
I just threw up a whole bunch of links in chat just in case you need anything. If you join our Discord, which I just linked, and I will link it again right as we close, you can ask more questions there.
That's always good.
So please join the community, talk to your fellow space engineers, and report your bugs. Please.
Definitely. I will most likely be playing some more later. I've got to take care of some stuff right now, guys, but I will most likely be playing some more of the update later tonight on Twitch, so keep an eye out. But I've got to take some care of some stuff before that, so I'm not sure when. Just keep an eye on that if you want to kind of play more, and if you have any more questions, I'll try and answer some there as well. But thank you so much. And to the whole team involved in this has been a huge undertaking, really. This has been one of the biggest, like, trying to coordinate everything. It's been crazy. So big shout out to our fantastic team who have worked really hard on this update. All right. And I think I was going to do a pun, but something related to I want to think of it before I say it, you know.
You got this.
But that's all for now. If you're interested in the full list of features, bug fixes, and improvements in this update, please check out the changelog. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. And as always, it's always easy to find a helping hand in the wasteland.